This movie starts with Oge reading a Bible. When he starts hearing strange noises, he suddenly sees Nosa walking out of the dark. He is relieved. He then asks Nosa to help him into the room. When Oge enters his room, a being in black appears to him and commits an assignment to him. Oge shouts and tells him he doesn't want to serve him again. Then the being in black tells him that he needs to get blood and service the covenant. Oge says he wants freedom. The being in black tells him no freedom, it's power or death. He then gives him 90 days to service the altar or he dies. Oge then throws his Bible, takes his traditional staff and shouts, Aje. Osas comes to wake Ben. It's their 7th anniversary. She wants them to take the twins to church and thank God. But Ben says no. God is on the bed and he keeps saying next Sunday, next Sunday. He tells her to go alone. She tells him she can't drive the twins alone to church. Then she asks him if he would prefer Netflix and chill instead. Finally, they choose that. Osas is gisting with her friend on how bad the house help she had was. Her friend advises her to go to the village and pick a new help. Osas calls her cousin to ask for a young person that can help with the children. Her cousin says, oh, he's got someone. Her name is NRA. The cousin then goes to meet NRA to tell her about the job. Osas likes her and tells them to come the next day. That night, the man in black and Oge call Enare from the spirit realm. They tell her the altar is crying for the blood of Osas's twins. Enare refuses to do it, but they force her to do it. The pastor calls Osas to check on Osas. She keeps giving the pastor different excuses. The pastor told her not to turn her blessings into excuses. And the pastor tells her, the moment you stop feeding your spirit, you start starving your destiny. Osas promises the pastor that she will be in church. Enare makes it to the house without Nosa. Osas is shocked she found the house without coming with Nosa, and it's her first time. But Enare tells her that Nosa explained it to her. Osas then calls Nosa, but he doesn't pick. She then texts him to thank him for all he has done for her. At night, Oge appears to Enare and tells her that there was no time. They had to begin work immediately and tells her that she is going to scatter the home. She's going to destroy their peace. She's going to sow disunity. And he tells her that their prayer altar is already dead. He then tells her to feed the babies with her own breast, which will poison them. And then Ajay, the eater of babies, will then visit soon. In the morning, Osas and Ben are on their way to work when Osas stops to give NRA instructions. When they leave, NRA declares,
let peace depart from this house. Let Ben and Osas lose their peace. Let fight and quarrel be the order of the day. Let their altar go deep. Let the covering be broken. May the fight strangers. May the fight strangers.
She then carries out Oge's instruction. Ben has a big deal the next day, so he's working overnight to hit 5 billion. Osas wants him to come to bed because he's not had her time. She seizes his laptop. He begs that it's just for this night. She says he's been saying it over and over. She returns the laptop to him. That night, NRA does something to Ben's laptop. The next day, which is the big day, Ben wakes up and can't find his laptop. His partner is calling him because the investors are waiting. Osas jokes about taking it. Then truthfully, she says she didn't take it. They both look for it. By the time Ben gets there, it flops. His partner is so angry and calls him demonic, that he's the weapon fashioned against him. When Ben got back, he still didn't see the laptop. But by the time Osas got back, the laptop was there. She found the laptop on the same spot it was last night. She then gave it to Ben. He was angry. He believed she took it. Osas tells her friend that her husband and her keep quarreling, and now he doesn't even want her food. Debbie suggests a marriage counselor to her. Ben initially refused, but eventually goes to see the counselor with Osas. The counselor gives them the Bonnie method, which is according to his name, Dr. Bonnie Clark. But you know what? It did not work. That night, Ben beat Osas silly. Osas tells her friend the principle of the counselor didn't work. Instead, it got worse. Debbie reminds her of Pastor Anwili. Debbie tells her she will join Osas in prayers. Finally, Osas calls Pastor Anwili to schedule a meeting. When they got to church on Sunday, Ben had issues with the ushers because of a parking space, and angrily he left immediately. That night, Oge and Enare called the eater of children. One of the children started crying. He wasn't getting better despite the treatment. They took him to the hospital, but he still died. In pain, Osas finally goes to see Pastor Anwili, who tells her the edge was broken, which caused the serpent to bite. The doctor was right, but the death was not ordinary. She asks Osas to put Ben on the phone and tells them that offense is one of the devil's oldest trap. She then tells them they can't carry offense and the cross at the same time. She tells them to cast out the demon. She advises them to rise up in prayers. The dark one then comes back to Oge and says one baby isn't enough, that they need the second one. Ben and Osas make up and decide to pray. Shortly after, Osas goes to check on the baby, almost catching Enare. Osas has a bad dream about the second baby. She goes ahead to check on her and finds out she's not breathing well. They rush the baby to the hospital. Unfortunately, she dies too. Ben takes the baby and goes home, locks the door and prays. The baby comes back to life. Oge comes to meet Enare because he does not understand what happened. Enare explained to him they plan to reinforce. At that same time, Pastor Anwili comes to join them in prayers. Enare has to, of course, join in those prayers. She starts manifesting. While in the process of delivering Enare, she suddenly disappears. They look for her everywhere, but they don't find her in the house. And strangely, even her loads are gone. When Osas calls Nosa to ask about Enare, Nosa tells him that Enare died the night before she was supposed to come and work in Osas' house, that Enare never went to Osas' house, that he buried Enare himself. Osas was shocked because all these months Enare has been working in her house. Then, if Enare died before she came to Osas's house, who then came to work in Osas's house?